reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down.
Oh my God, her hair looks like...
What you doing?
I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
So Jeannie Mai's nightmare just turned into reality after Jeezy dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming. A raw, unedited tape allegedly showing her getting cozy with Mario Lopez is floating around the dark web, and insiders claim it's only a matter of time before somebody cashes in on it. This twist has the internet in shock because for months, Jeannie's been out here pushing a story that painted Jeezy as the villain, only for it to look like she was the one playing double. Now, the big question is, did Jeezy just lose his cool in the heat of the moment, or was this a slow-cooked revenge he's been plotting the whole time? People can't stop debating it, and the timing makes it even messier. Before diving into the scandal of the divorce itself, let's rewind to the moment fans first realized Jeezy was truly done with Jeannie.
Jeannie Mai was trying to keep her marriage together. But when Jeannie Mai realized that she was losing the battle in the court of public opinion, when she realized that Jeezy was dead serious about getting not only joint custody, but possibly primary custody of their child, she had to go into damage control, and she is now accusing him of she posted a picture. I'm not going to show y'all the picture of her, I guess her foot, and she claims that he did something to her foot, not her face, but her foot.
And that moment went down on camera for the whole world to see. It happened during a sit-down on The Breakfast Club when Jeezy was asked how life felt after walking away from marriage and whether he carried any regrets. Instead of bitterness or anger, his reply was shockingly calm. He said he felt amazing, like a weight had been lifted, and that for the first time in years, he was free. He didn't stop there either. He declared he was happy to finally cut ties with enemies and boldly said, "I'm putting myself first at all costs." That one line sent shockwaves because it was crystal clear. Jeezy was officially done with Jeannie and wasn't looking back. If you rewatch that interview, you can literally catch the shift in energy when it sinks in.
I'm all about understanding. I'm all about what's best for everybody.
Yeah.
The greater, the greater good. And it just like, I'm just telling you, like my life, I tell myself this every day, like, man, this is amazing. I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, you just talked about, I came up here independently. I just called, like, I'm coming to the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to check in. I ain't got to talk to no label. I ain't got to do nothing. And shout out to Def Jam. Love y'all. But it's just like, freedom and ownership is everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking art, you're talking culture, you're talking your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked hard my whole life. This is a season of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself first at all costs.
So when whispers popped up just weeks later, claiming Jeezy had pulled the trigger and leaked tapes that could torpedo both Jeannie Mai and Mario Lopez's careers, fans didn't need much convincing to believe it. This wasn't just rumor mill talk, and this was Jeezy moving with precision. Rumors started swirling that Jeezy had been onto Jeannie's secret with Mario Lopez for weeks, and when he finally went through her phone, the truth smacked him in the face. Those spicy texts between the two left him crushed, absolutely broken. But here's the shocking part. Jeezy didn't immediately plan to leave her. Deep down, he was still hoping Jeannie would snap out of it, end the fling, and actually fight for their marriage. But then came the knockout blow. Out of nowhere, Jeezy got his hands on a set of tapes from some so-called anonymous source, and when he hit play, the nightmare was real. His wife was caught with another man on camera. After just 2 years of marriage, that was it. Jeezy couldn't handle another minute under the same roof with her. He was on the phone with his lawyer before Jeannie could even breathe the words couples therapy. Still, even while he was spiraling, one thought kept eating at him. Was he really surprised? The betrayal hurt, but it didn't shock him. If he was being honest, the red flags had been waving for a long time, and he just chose to ignore them. That truth stung worse than anything, like getting sucker punched straight in the gut. And this is where the story gets even juicier. Fans started digging through Jeannie's old posts and interviews, and suddenly the pattern with Mario was glaring. The chemistry, the looks, the vibe. People claimed it had been in plain sight the whole time. One clip in particular had fans buzzing, that infamous Real episode where Jeannie dropped controversial comments about dating black and white men. Even her co-host's faces gave her away. You could see the shock and disbelief written all over them.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys, yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white. Yeah, that's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the
She lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
hush.
I'm saying I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
You
know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
How did you say it?
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side piece to be dark.
That is not what I mean.
Jeannie, explain what you mean.
Okay,
what
I meant is, like, I used to date black men. Okay, I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Okay.
You could see how wild that comment was, but Jeannie just sat there grinning like nothing was wrong. The only one bold enough to check her was Tamar Braxton. And even then, Jeannie instantly got defensive, like she couldn't believe someone would dare call her out. Looking back now, that moment feels chilling, because if Jeezy really dropped a tape exposing Jeannie sneaking around with Mario, it lines up perfectly with what she herself admitted years ago on The Real. That black men were her side flings, while white men were her real partners. That clip didn't just feel tone deaf back then. Today, it feels like straight up foreshadowing. Fans went off, dragging her harder than ever, and the backlash was brutal. One comment that stood out said, "It got me when she didn't even realize how offensive that sounded." Tamar had to break it down like she was explaining it to a kid. That comment hit home because it showed Jeannie never really understood, or maybe never cared, how she came across. But the internet didn't stop there. Another comment went viral, and it summed up the entire mess. "That's why I never liked her marriage to Jeezy. She had a fetish for black men." That single line set social media on fire because suddenly the whole relationship looked different. Fans started piecing it together, saying Jeezy and Jeannie were doomed from the jump for one simple reason. Deep down, she never truly liked black men. And here's where things go from shady to downright sinister.
And he's saying it for me.
But he's never said anything. He's never said anything.
I've heard him say to people, I wouldn't mind having children, and I do love children. I know, it's a little...
Come on, you can put one out for him.
Lonnie, no.
One is not gonna hurt. We'll help you take care of it. We'll give it to Aiden. Aiden will help. Give it to Aiden.
The red flags were waving from the very start of their relationship. People couldn't help pointing out that Jeannie spent over a decade married to her white ex-husband with no kids. But then the moment she got with Jeezy, she turned up pregnant almost instantly. To many, that wasn't just coincidence. It looked calculated. Fans began whispering that Jeannie wasn't driven by love at all, but by image. If the tape rumors are real, it paints an ugly picture. Like she was never invested in Jeezy as a man, only in the optics of having a mixed baby and boosting her brand. For years, Jeannie swore up and down she didn't want kids and definitely didn't want to settle down again. So when she popped out with Jeezy barely a year after finalizing her divorce, everybody's jaws dropped. And this wasn't some casual fling either. Jeannie went from meeting Jeezy to locking down an engagement in record time. Under normal circumstances, that might not seem too wild, but given her history, it felt like a complete 180. When people pressed her about it, Jeannie brushed it off, saying she and Jeezy were grown, in their late 30s, and simply knew what they wanted. She claimed there was no need to waste time, but fans weren't buying that polished answer, because not too long before, she had been saying the exact opposite. That kind of flip-flop was a major red flag. At first, though, Jeannie and Jeezy seemed to be proving everyone wrong. For 2 years, they looked like they were thriving as a couple, sharing baby pics, family videos, and posting what looked like a picture-perfect home life.
Guys, I want to thank you for my family. God, I want to thank you for my food. And God, thank you because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
On the surface, they had beaten the odds and created something real. But then came the shift. Right before their 2-year anniversary, fans started noticing something was off with Jeezy. He wasn't showing up in Jeannie's posts as much, and when he did, the smiles looked stiff, like they were forcing the chemistry that once came naturally. Looking back now, it feels obvious. This was around the time Jeezy first caught wind that Jeannie might have been sneaking around with Mario Lopez behind his back. And here's the kicker. Mario and Jeannie fooled everybody. To the outside world, they looked like normal co-workers, friendly but never too close. But once rumors of the affair exploded, all those innocent interactions suddenly felt like hidden clues. Every side glance, every little laugh, every casual touch, fans started replaying those moments with fresh eyes, and the whole dynamic looked shady as ever. Remember that moment when Mario casually held Jeannie and Jeezy's daughter during an interview, even sharing a little cuddle?
Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing?
At the time, it looked innocent, but now, with all the affair rumors swirling, fans are looking back at that clip with disgust. Just imagine Jeezy sitting there, watching another man hold his child, all while knowing that man was sneaking around with his wife. According to insiders, it made him sick to his stomach, but he kept his composure in public to protect Jeannie's image and career. Behind the scenes, though, Jeezy was already several steps ahead. Sources say Mario and Jeannie had been trading flirty texts for months, not realizing Jeezy had seen them as early as June. That's when he quietly started the divorce process. No one knows the exact moment things crossed from playful messages to something physical, but the second Jeezy put the pieces together, he didn't waste time. He was on the phone with his lawyer, fast-tracking the split. And Jeezy wasn't about to walk away empty-handed either. Court documents show he pushed for joint legal and physical custody of their daughter and wasn't offering Jeannie anything beyond what their prenup required. He even confirmed they had been separated for a while with zero chance of fixing things. The message was loud and clear. He was done. That's when things really spiraled. Once Jeannie realized Jeezy wasn't bluffing, she went on defense mode and hit back hard. First, she claimed she was blindsided by the divorce, painting herself as emotionally wrecked. But fans weren't buying it. To them, the signs had been obvious for months. They said she was too distracted with her affair to notice her marriage crumbling. But Jeannie didn't stop there. She took it to a whole other level. According to court filings, she accused Jeezy of domestic violence, claiming there was an incident at the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco back in April 2022. She alleged that Jeezy put his hands on her and verbally tore her down, calling her a effing B and repeating, "I can do so much better than you." Hotel security reportedly had to intervene after Jeannie told them she didn't feel safe with Jeezy during one explosive incident. In another, she alleged that he grabbed her so roughly inside a car that she ended up with several 2 to 3 inch scratches across her chest. According to Jeannie, Jeezy even apologized at least once afterward, and she backed up her claims with screenshots of their chats and photos of her injuries. But here's the catch. Those photos didn't line up with the wounds she described, raising eyebrows immediately. Then Jeezy turned the tables in dramatic fashion. In a statement to ET, he flat out denied the domestic violence allegations, calling them not only false but deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone he once loved. He said, "This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. Right now, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through legal channels." And Jeezy didn't stop there. He accused Jeannie of making up the story out of desperation. According to court filings, he said she was obsessed with the idea of having more children with him, pressuring him relentlessly after their daughter was born. For a whole year, they tried without success. When nothing worked, Jeannie allegedly pushed him toward IVF, which he refused. To Jeezy, her accusations weren't just lies. They were her way of clinging onto him and forcing the family expansion he didn't want. This angle painted Jeannie in an even darker light. To many, it lined up with earlier chatter that she wasn't chasing love, but an image, specifically the optics of having mixed-race kids for her brand. That speculation only grew louder once insiders close to her began whispering that Jeannie must have done something terrible behind the scenes for Jeezy to finally pull the plug on their marriage. And of course, Tamar Braxton had something to say. Tamar has never been one to bite her tongue, and when she was asked about the Jeannie Mai situation, she didn't sugarcoat a thing.
There's two reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down. You think that was in love? I feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, we don't.
She flat out said she believed Jeannie did something foul to Jeezy, and added that no one should be shocked he's now playing hardball. Coming from Tamar, that was a heavy statement, and it sent the gossip mill into overdrive. Jeannie's been radio silent ever since those receipts hit the internet. No statements, no interviews, no tearful live streams, nothing. And honestly, that silence is louder than any excuse she could come up with. Because if Jeezy really pulled the trigger with that alleged tape, there's no clean way out for her. Not in TV, not in marriage, not even in the messy court of public opinion. Her whole brand was built on being polished, put together, and picture perfect. But now that image has crumbled to pieces in front of everybody. And the wildest part? Fans are convinced this is only the beginning, because when, not if, that tape finally makes it to the mainstream, the fallout could be catastrophic. Will it just be the end of Jeannie's career, or will Mario's reputation go down in flames right alongside hers? Make sure you like, drop a comment, share this video, and of course subscribe, because this saga is far from over.